September 20th here in southern Ontario, Canada. Forgive me today, my allergies. I don't know what pollen's in the air, but itchy eyes and nose. Anyways, you'll have to excuse me. So I know this guy. He's just an acquaintance. He's from a small town, from the same small town I am. I haven't seen him since I left town when I was 17 years old, but he's always chirping off on Facebook. And by chirping, I mean this guy could be the poster boy for the Dunning-Kruger effect. His take on the world is the headlines from mainstream media. He won't watch anything else. I've sent him stuff because he's always chirping off on Facebook. I've sent him clips from the Rebel News. I won't listen to them. They're always asking for money. Send him something from the True North. Who's that fat guy? I don't even know what he's talking about. I guess he's referring to Andrew Lawton. Send him a question and answer period from Parliament. I don't watch that stuff. That's boring. I sent him a clip from the investigative committee into the Emergencies Act. No, that's wrong. He actually thinks that the bridges were still closed when Trudeau enacted the Emergencies Act because the CBC had said so at the time. Forget the fact that's been proven wrong, and CBC even apologized for that. Right over his head. I mean, this guy watches ABC, NBC, CBC, CTV, and Global News. Headlines only. That's it. Probably watches the CDC, like they gave us some good information, right, about the... And probably Dr. Fauci, just because it rhymes with ABC, NBC, CBC, CTV, CDC, and Dr. Fauci. To throw him in there. And, wow. So let me read what he posted on Facebook. I know it's going to be a lengthy video, but this is typical of your average, well, I wouldn't say average, but your typical Canadian ignoramus. Excuse me. And this is Verbotton, what he posted, so the grammar and stuff is his. I keep hearing on here videos of people that are saying they should stop watching mainstream media, that the mainstream media is the cause of this country arguing. Well, who are the people saying this? Let's see. People that are trying to have their own videos so that they can get popular because they have no other way to do it. Little people trying to start their own little news videos. I hear you all whining and saying what's on mainstream media, but if none of you is watch it, how do you know? And I've commented to him, I watch the mainstream media. Believe me, I do. The propaganda division of the government. I want to hear what the enemy's saying. Anyways, back to what he posted. You are the ones that are making people argue in this country because you want to be little Trumpsters and you want to get noticed. He's all fixated on Trump and doesn't like him. Excuse me, my nose. Woo. Well, let me tell you something. This country has been here a long time, and it is funny that your parents and their parents and even their parents all listen to me and stream media. I really doubt he's 63 or 5 years old that his great-grandparents are listening to him. At least not on this plane. Anyways, we'll carry on. That is where you get their news. But now, because of the internet, everyone out there wants to be having their own little news stations. Or the little videos with followers. Maybe it's because you don't have enough gumption to get out there and do something yourself. That you want to get noticed on your own little wee videos. So maybe take a long look in your own mirror and quit whining. Excuse me. Now, in the comment section, a woman tried to explain to him. She said, look, we're just trying to wake up people like you. Who watch the headlines. I'm not even paraphrasing this woman who got into a debate back and forth with him. People like you who just watch the headlines of the mainstream media, don't watch anything else, and don't know what you're talking about. Again, I'm not even paraphrasing her. Excuse me. Oh, there's nose. Anyways, forgive me my allergies. So anyways, after a little bit, she goes, well, I give up. There's no point. He's like, yeah, well, please do give up. I don't want to know anyways. Again, I'm not even paraphrasing. And she's like, well, that's kind of obvious. And then he babbles some more, right? Typical Canadian ignoramus. Now, as to his comments endlessly in here about little wee people wanting to be fame and fortune, well, he didn't use that term, on the internet. If you watch other channels who are trying to do what I'm trying to do, wake up these ignoramuses, nobody's happy about it. I don't like this gig. Nobody does. Some names. Watch Jeremy McGrath, I think it is, the Raging Dissident. Does that guy look happy? He's not happy. I'm not happy. Some of the women in my life have commented, some days, Scott, you really nail it. And other days, it's like you're holding a gun to your head just to do it. Why do you do it on those days? Well, again, not happy about it. Over the last year, the number of people with their own wee channels has exploded. You can't even count them. The Citizens Coalition groups, when I started this 2 years ago, there might have been a dozen. I can't even count them now. There must be over 100. Sites like Socket to Trudeau, Trudeau Must Go, etc. And look at the number of subscribers. Nobody's happy, and nobody's happy about doing this. Feeling compelled to try to wake up other people to the fact that, well, we have a regime now that has pulled a coup, and we no longer have a parliamentary democracy system. This guy, he actually thinks Tamara Lynch and Pat King and Freedom George and so on did and do what they do for fame and fortune. No, they disrupted their life, risked, their lives literally, but their lifestyle, their money, everything, to express their opinion. Nobody's doing it because they want to be famous. He thinks Tamara Lynch and Pat King should be in jail for life. He believes the Trudeau that they're terrorists. I mean, this is the guy actually thinks this. And wow, yeah, it's frightening, really is. But again, you go to anybody, Mark Friesen, Loretta Lynn, and friends, all the wee people with their not so wee channels. Who am I thinking of? Mr. Sunshine Baby, Clyde Do Something. Those numbers aren't small. And do you think they enjoy it? No. I'd happily give up this gig tomorrow if I didn't feel the need for it. Go back to making silly, well, not silly, but happy little tractor videos and chainsaw videos. I didn't start out intending to do this. Excuse me. But yeah, no kidding. This is the guy's mindset. That's how he thinks. And